So it was one of those, what am I going to do with my life years?
Okay.
I turned 19, yes, in February. And then a few months passed by. And then in the beginning of the summer, that's when I confronted my mom and asked her directly, so what about you and Gurudev? Because she still continued to go as an assistant to their trips to Verona and Turin. And I was like, well, he and he's teaching me advanced Namazaya. That's how she said it. I was like, yeah, does the advanced Namazaya also mean that you guys have intercourse? And she could not. She was like, did he put his penis into your vagina? And she said yes. And I was like, okay, that's enough for me. Great, thank you. And I'm going to go and barf after burying myself back there. That's how I felt right after that. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I didn't say any of it to her. I just, I guess I was waiting for a response, but like she explains really well and really, I love my mom. She is a character, but I love her with all my heart. She explains it really well in her story. She just like completely, I can totally see how her brain must have leaked out of herself. And what else do you do after that when you find out that your own daughter has been abused by the same man that has been abused?
So pause. Well, at the moment you found out she was having sex with him, and then you told her that he had been having sex with you?
Yes, sorry. Yes. I also told her, yes, because he has done the same with me. So definitely.
Oh my God.
I apologize. I forgot that part of the story. I had given it there for her. Yeah, it was, I had to, tell her this dude has been, doing this in all of these occasions and this and that. I gave her some details, and she must have probably felt like the worst shit in the world, like I was in that moment. We were sharing a great Sanamar Zion space there. Allow,
right?
Yeah.
Pause, and I just want to give honor to your mother for writing her story. Brilliant, vulnerable, exposing, and only the beginning of so much more to share. But you're right, she really just had some amazing description in her shares.
Yeah, I just read the following part and I'm like, wow, she's right. She writes really well. So I even get to laugh in the midst of this whole thing and pain. And
oh my gosh. So you're 19, you find out your mom had been having sex with him this whole time. He had been having sex, which as she framed, was predatory and abusive the whole time, but framed as special as well, framed as this unique only one as well, and lots of the same narratives, but didn't know it was happening to her own daughter, that she was basically sending as a counselor to this special man who had been, quote, helping her so much, knew all about your life and the family. Like, wow. Okay, so you're 19, all this comes out, you're in full practice of allowing.
Yeah. So the best thing I could do was to go crazy for a little while. So I did. I mean, not by choice, not by choice, but so my mom had to deal with her own process, was not really present to stay in doing any type of shared situation with me. And I did leave. I left that day, and then I packed my bags and went to visit a friend of mine in the south of Italy on a little island. And I kind of stopped eating, kind of stopped drinking, stopped sleeping, drinking a lot, and having some weed as often as possible to, I don't know, do what. And I stepped into a very, very psychotic space, like she says. To be honest, it felt great. From my part, I was, it was a space where I was hypersensitive to everything. Like my nervous system was so out of whack that I felt myself sensing this and sensing that, and now I can heal everybody. I'm the special one. That was that framing that he put in there, biting me in the ass so badly. I thought that I was some sort of like, who knows what.
Whoa.
I arrived down in the south of Italy, where everybody has very, very particular mentality about certain things. And after 4 days, I ended up almost being stabbed to death. So I quickly was helped by my friend that I was visiting to get back on a plane and back to my home. And then my mom had to really just come down from her own, you know, tragic space and deal with me.